This week on TGC News, it's all about long guns. TC brings us new 22s, Ruger brings Rimfire Magnums, and POF goes direct. Tactical Baby Gear offers some of the coolest diaper bags, baby carriers, and day packs for the mom and dad that love freedom. Whether it's the Deuce 2.0 diaper bag combo with the bottle and dump pouches, the Day Pack 3.0, or maybe just the Tactical Teddy, you are bound to find something that works for you and your tactical baby. Also available are the new bulletproof panels that are level 3A Kevlar, soft panels that fit inside either the backpack or diaper bag. To get squared away and get 10% off your order, use the code TGC10 at tacticalbabygear.com. Welcome back to another episode of TGC News, the only gun news show that covers things you actually care about. My name is Jon Patton. I hope you guys are ready for a ton of SHOT Show coverage next week. There will not be TGC News or the Legal Brief next week. It's all SHOT Show all the time next week. We plan to have at least 25 videos coming in the next 2 weeks on as much of the new and cool stuff as possible. Now, how about some news? Last week we talked about a bunch of new handguns, and this week it's all long guns. First up, Thompson Center, part of the Smith & Wesson family, American outdoor brands as it were, has some new Performance Center versions of the TCR22. AKA they have the TCPC TCR22. We did a Proving Ground episode on the original model and I actually really enjoyed it. So much so that I shot a match with it. I believed in the gun that much until I saw the new versions, which could be way better. The first one comes with a black Hogue overmolded stock, aka rubber grippy thumbhole stock, instead of the Magpul version that the original comes with. Also, instead of the standard black receiver, this one is silver. Also, instead of the 16-inch tapered barrel, this one has a 20-inch fluted stainless heavy barrel. Off to a good start. Beyond that, they do the normal Performance Center upgrades and shenanigans like tuning the trigger, making the action buttery smooth, and blah, 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 blah. Exactly what you would expect from the Performance Center. The standard gun already came with a pick rail on top of the receiver, a large bolt handle, and some other nice features, and this is just adding to that. The other new TCPC TCR22 comes with a laminate thumbhole stock, and instead of the silver parts, they're black. Same thing. It's basically just a slightly different color arrangement than the other one. The MSRP on the Hogue stock version is $497 and the laminate stock version a little bit more, likely because it's wood, at $616. However, something to keep in mind is that the MSRP on the original was $399 and within a few months we were seeing that being sold for $250. So perhaps these new ones will drop the price as time goes on as well. I mean, in my opinion, even at $500 or $600, if they shoot as well as I expect them to shoot for a Performance Center gun, the value's absolutely there. As always, I want to know what you guys think. Is this going to take the place of the 1022, or is nothing going to replace the Ruger in your minds? Sound off below and let me know your thoughts. And speaking of Ruger, they too have been messing around in the performance rimfire market. You guys are already aware of the Ruger Precision rimfire guns. It's basically a sweet competition-style 22 long rifle bolt action. Now that line is expanding and Ruger is offering them in 17 HMR and 22 Magnum. Everything else will be the same. 18-inch threaded barrel, M-lock handguard, blah, blah, blah. You guys know exactly what's going on there. The MSRP for that is going to be the same price as always. I'm surprised they didn't bump it for the Magnums. It's going to be $529 MSRP. I personally really like the option of having a Magnum rimfire bolt action. We see so much focus on the 22 long rifle. It seems like the Magnums can kind of get neglected a little bit. Now, if only they would offer all of the 1022s in those calibers, that would be awesome. How many of you out there would prefer a Magnum rimfire cartridge over the long rifle? Really curious to hear your thoughts on that. And rounding us out this week, Brownells has announced yet another gun in their retro lineup of rifles. This time, a remake of the classic Colt 605. You can watch their video to get the real breakdown on the parts, but essentially it's an M16 with the barrel chopped back to 15.5 inches, and it has a pinned and welded 3-prong flash hider on the muzzle. Of course, it also has the A1 style upper receiver and the E1 style lower receiver, the fixed stock, the triangle shaped forend, etc., etc. All the good quality stuff like you would expect on a Brownells rifle. MSRP on that is a slightly steep $12.99, but like I've said with all of their other retro guns, if you want that specific model, but you want a brand new version, that's kind of the way to do it. Also new this week is a rifle from POF USA. It's called the Revolution DI, and you guessed it, it's a direct impingement version of their Revolution rifle. For the uninitiated, the Revolution is a small frame 308. It's sort of halfway between an AR-15 and AR-10 in terms of size. It's also a fair bit lighter because of the DI conversion. The original piston-driven version of the Revolution weighs in at 7.35 pounds, and this new DI version drops about a half a pound from that. That's in 308. The 20-inch 6.5 Creedmoor version weighs in at 8.6 pounds, which is 0.7 pounds lighter than the piston version, which has me asking why. The price difference between the standard and DI version is only $100, with the new DI being priced at $25.69. And when you're in that territory, is that $100 price difference and half a pound lighter weight really making that much of a difference? The existence of the DI version of the Revolution is a big question mark for me. So I gotta ask you guys, why do you think it exists? What is this for? Who is this for? TAC Pack is an enthusiast subscription service that is focused on bringing you stuff you need straight to your door on a monthly basis. Every month is different, and you can be met with gun parts, accessories, cleaning gear, or even some bigger and cooler shenanigans. And because you're watching TGC, if you use the code TGC knife, you'll get a free folding knife, TGC tool, and you'll get a free pocket-sized multi-tool. And TGC grip will get you a free AR grip. Only when you punch those in over at TACPack.com. It's time for More Friendly Fire, the segment where I answer your questions from all over the interwebs. Pew Pew Tactical is once again sponsoring the Question of the Week prize pack, and we're giving away a 16-inch 5.56 Faxon barrel, an Aero Precision upper with parts installed, and of course, the Pew Pew Tactical Swag Pack. Now, this week our questions are once again coming from the TGC Nation Facebook group. Go join it if you haven't already. It's awesome. Our first question is from Mike Tully, and he says, how long will it take for groups like the GOA and FPC to take over as the largest lobbying groups when it comes to gun rights? The simple answer is a really, really long time. The more detailed answer is that the GOA has roughly 2 million members right now, and the NRA has about 5 million. FPC isn't anywhere near those figures yet because they're still young. No slight against them, they're just not there yet. So assuming the NRA has 3 million more members than the GOA, you would need to convince that many people to join GOA. We can't even stop anti-gun legislation or go to rallies half the time, and people want to pretend that we can suddenly convince 3 million people to join a specific gun rights group. It ain't happening with any kind of real speed. We definitely need to support the groups that are fighting with us and for us and whatever, fighting in that same direction, but also get out and fight for ourselves. We need to all be moving in that same direction. Our next question is from Greg LaPlante, and he says, is a $2,000 AR really better than a $300 AR? Without more context in what you're trying to figure out, it's not a perfect answer, but yes, it's going to be a better gun. How much better remains the question at hand. Our question of the week and winner of the Pew Pew Tactical Prize Pack, link in the description, is Daniel Hayden. And he says, what should I do to get started in long-range shooting? There's a lot of ways to do this, but the easiest is to go out to your range that you belong to with whatever rifle you can and work on fundamentals. Work on improving your skill set with what you have, and then consider grabbing new products or guns or different calibers to kind of bolster all that. That's the simple answer. The more complex answer is down to each person and what they're trying to do. The term long range is kind of vague. Some folks think that 300 yards is long range. Some think that anything under 1,000 is short range. So really, it's about getting out and shooting more and then deciding what you want to do from there. Most AR-15s, like basic 5.56 guns, are good to some significant ranges. You'd be surprised. So take what you got and go have some fun. Great question. Be sure to get me your info so I can get you the prize pack. My friendly fire question to you guys this week: what is the #1 gun on your "oh my god, I want that" list? Drop your answer in the comments, and of course, if you want your question answered here on Friendly Fire, send it to me on theguncollective.com. And that is it for this week's show, guys. If you disliked the video, hit that button. If you liked it, hit like, get subscribed, and consider supporting us via the links in the video description below. We have an Amazon affiliate store, as well as a place to purchase cool shirts just like this one, and of course links to find us on social media, blah 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 blah. As always, thank you all for watching. We'll see you soon. And it has a pinned and welded 3-prong, and it has a pinned... Bye! The shirts worn in today's video on The Gun Collective have been provided by Patriot Patch. Closed captions have also been brought to you by Patriot Patch Company. Be sure to click the link in the video description to check out all of their great products, including their cleaning mats.